Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We got some mics, so that's cool. But we're going to be doing it in the bag today. This is going to be the last episode of the Building the Bag series. So thank you guys for tuning in. And yeah, I think the cool kids put these on their hats. Try that. Okay, so we'll jump right in. We'll go into the putters first. So first up, I've been putting with the Splatterstone Steady BL. These are the Andrew Marweed Tour Series ones. I really like these. These are a little stiffer than the DL plastic, but a little softer than the stone, so I have a little more grip. And it's been hot out here, and they've been nice. It's been cold at home, and they've still been nice. I've actually been putting really well with these, so I've enjoyed these quite a bit so far. Then for throwing, I have Ice Steady BL. These are just going to be a little bit more stable, a little bit more torque resistant. You can kind of throw these on any line you want, and they're just going to hold it. And they go super far for a putter. So if you like throwing putters, go check out a Steady BL. Last, in the putter slot, this is more of an approach disc, is a zone. This is a Yuli crystal zone. Throw this for all kinds of upshots, backhands and forehands, handles wind. This is a little bit straighter for a zone, which I like. I can kind of shape it a little bit better. But yeah, I've really enjoyed having this in the bag. And a common theme throughout my bag is I like to keep it very simple. I like to keep as few molds as possible and as many of that mold as I can to where I can have different variations but still the same grip and release out of the hand. Um, so with that, next up I got the Aftershock, which is honestly changed my mid-range game. I didn't really have much of a mid-range game before coming DGA, and I absolutely love these things. So first up, we got the old trusty. We got the limey. Um, these are so good. They feel amazing. This one is pretty beat up, so I'll throw it on a hyzer. It stands up, turns over, and I can throw these, 250 all the way to 380. They're so versatile. Just played here at Waco and threw this a bunch in the woods, so I really enjoy having this one in the bag. This is another one. Shout out Peter McBride for that limey. But this one's from Lewis Pitney back at home. I really appreciate him for giving me this one. But this run is a little flatter. I don't know what it was about it, but these are a little straighter, and I really enjoy throwing this one. Next up, we got the Quake. Everybody knows the Quake. These are so good. This is one of the glow ones. These are nice and overstable. And, similar to like a Buzz OS, if you're familiar with Discraft, I think you're really going to enjoy throwing a Quake. Handles the wind. It's just like a big zone. So, really been enjoying the Quake. Next up, into the fairways, I got one Cordon Pipeline. Pipeline is an amazing beginner disc. For me, it's a really nice hyzer flip turnover disc. I like throwing rollers with it. I've thrown actually some of the furthest rollers in my life with this disc, and it's only an 8-speed. But super controllable. I can throw it soft, have the hyzer flip and go straight. Or I can throw it harder and just have these super nice long turnovers. And it goes extremely far. So if you guys are a beginner and looking for just a nice, easy to throw driver, I would definitely go check out a Pipeline. Next up, a slot I haven't had a bunch in the past is a laser straight fairway. This is the Bonsai. This is one of my fundraiser stamp this year. So if you guys are interested, let me know. I got some left. I got a few different molds. But yeah, this is a Proline Bonsai. Super straight. Really, I can throw it softer, let it hyzer out. I can throw it really hard and get a little hyzer flip and just go dead straight forever. This has been one of my favorite discs with DGA so far, and I can't wait to keep throwing it. Next up, we got the Avalanche. So first, we got this. This is, I believe, the same run as the first runs, or just the same disc pretty much. But these just very high parting line, flat top, just a flat top Firebird, basically. Very overstable, very torque resistant, and you're always going to know what it's going to do. And then to counterpart that, we got the straighter one. These Andrew Marweed tooled to be like a 2016 Sexton Firebird. So if you guys like Sexton Firebirds, definitely check this one out. It's got a little bit higher dome, a little bit lower parting line, and just really good. If you guys remember the Red Felon I was throwing last year, for a lot of sidearms, this is the replacement, and it's been doing a very good job. All right, now into the distance drivers. I got 3 Hurricanes. First, I got this first run Pro line. These are nice and domey, a little bit understable, so I can really bomb these out there. I like it a lot for forehands, get a little flip up for my weaker forehand, but these just glide forever, so I've really enjoyed having this one in the bag. And probably my favorite of the Hurricanes actually is this old Sparkle. These are nice and domey as well, and just go super far. It's very straight. I can give it a little hyzer, it'll pop up and go straight forever. Kind of like that bonsai. But yeah, honestly, having the Hurricane in my bag and the Hypercane has really just brought some more joy back to throwing distance drivers, because I can really, they just, you throw them well and then they fly well. And they last. So I really have enjoyed having these in the bag. And last up in the Hurricanes, we got this stock Pro line. We call this one Hulk. But yeah, this one goes very far, but it's also predictably overstable. If I hammer on it, I can get like a baby hyzer flip, but it's always going to come back, and I know what this one's going to do. So this is probably actually my main thrower. All right, last up in the bag, we got 2 Hypercanes. We got this Proto, which is very overstable. If you're familiar with the Hypercanes, the Protos are probably the most overstable run. So it doesn't go very far, but I can rip it and I can know exactly what it's going to do every time. So if there's ever any wind and I just need to go left, I'm going to be pulling out this one. And last disc in the bag is this first run Proline Hypercane. This one's got some solid dome on it, and I like throwing this one if it's windy, but I still need some distance. I can throw that purple one if I purely need control, but this one will give me a lot more distance, got a lot more glide. I like throwing this one forehand. But yeah, Hypercane is an awesome overstable disc that is actually still going to push for you. So that's all the discs in my bag. What else do I have? I got an old Uncrustable wrapper from yesterday. I got my first ever mini that I got. I've been using it for every tournament I ever played. Fox Tower, shout out Isaac. I'm still using this one. I'm going to be very bummed the day that I lose this. But until then, I'll be using this for every tournament. Oh, man. All right, we got some gum. We got a whale sack. We got some towels. And that's about it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And stay tuned for more content. And that's what's in my bag.